A few of the younger CAs and advocates for last few days have been asking me how do they carry on their career ahead. They are involved into audits, accounts, GST, etc. They want to get into some shoes that have heavier weight than they carry today. That's a good sign of being successful. Well, recently I read an article by a Harvard professor called Life Conditioning. When I was reading this article, the whole of my life was coming into view. Okay, what he was writing based on research is absolutely correct. We all are conditioned to a particular living. Our bodies, minds, hands, color are by birth, we have no choice. But the external conditioning we have a choice. We cannot decide how our ears will be, nose will be, face will be, lips will be, color will be good, fat, ugly, whatever that's given by God, by our parents. But this conditioning part towards the career is the choice we make. The choices you make will carry you further. Now, once you are conditioned to a particular style of working, a life, clothing, food, habits, shoes, hairstyle, your sleeping habits, your walking habits, gym habits, we are all conditioned to it. But if you want to uncondition yourself from these rigid conditions, you have to be very courageous. You have to walk an extra mile. That walking an extra mile is a difficult thing. Most of us quit at a point beyond which there was a success waiting for you. We work hard, we do not carry it through. Well, my advice to these youngsters is that if you have to make a career of living a peaceful existence, stress-free, and maybe a little less money, make good choices. Good choices of your friends, good choices of your girlfriends or wives or husbands, good choices of the books you read, and good choices of the people you sit in. Because if your company, the choices are bad, results can never ever be good. You don't have to be loud. You don't have to do a show of business. You don't have to say you are the best. Let people tell you that they think you are the best. That is the perception you have to create. You are not working for others. You have to work for yourself. Like in DGST group, 4 years ago when we attempted this exercise, most of us were not sure whether we'll go beyond 3 months or 4 months because the initial euphoria would have been over. But we resisted. We controlled our emotions. We wanted change. And the change was that we wanted to learn how to read law, how to understand, appreciate the interplay of various sections, chapter, rules and judgments, how to write our replies, how to write opinions, how to do appeals. And today, after 3 years, when we did this multi-tribunal exercise, the results came out. And it was clear that many of the people in this group were far a bigger cut above the rest of the community. And today they are more sought after. Today I know people who are getting appeals from within the group itself. Now that is a very courageous step you have to take. I know these appellate lawyers, what they have gone through. They have gone through painful exercise with me, drafting appeals, writing appeals, redrafting, getting fired, reading rules and typing on their own. These were very big exercises. Today we are doing research on European MAT. We are doing research on labor codes. We are also teaching people Sales of Goods Act, contract, arbitration, labor laws. Now these are the areas which are collateral to your GST practice because the client base is common. You only have to be courageous to learn these things. One of my members in DGS group today wrote about a labor law. Though I don't practice, but I still want to learn. Now this is a half-hearted approach. This is all cats, no hat. So you can't have a concept of learning unless that concept is conceptualized in your mind and you execute the same through your overtly actions. What you have in your heart, nobody bothers. What your actions are, that bothers. You have to learn to change your dress. You have to learn to try new clothes. You have to learn to try to wear new shoes. You have to learn to read more and more and more. You don't have to be inflexible in life. Inflexible minds create imprisoned dreams. Those dreams are never realized. Life, if you are inflexible, you are not willing to change, or you want to stick to your viewpoints, things don't work out buddies like this, because there are people who know more than you, and that knowledge is free. So if this knowledge empowering exercise you have to go through, and you have to go above this GST kachra, what we all do, rishwatkhori, return filing, audits, etc. These are jobs which anybody can do. These jobs don't require to be experts. Experts is when you tell people how to optimize tax cost, when you write opinions, when you tell whether there can be zero tax against 18%, whether there can be 18% tax against 28% tax, whether what kind of strategy you adopt to optimize your tax cost in litigation. Now these are areas that require a lot of work. And today, in times to come, the GST compliance work is going to get over. You have to make choices today. You don't have time. At best, 1 more year. Everything will be online. So you'll have no opportunity to learn new things. So learn labor laws, learn European VAT, go international, inflate and upgrade your profile. Upgrading doesn't mean you're wearing a tie and suit. You are upgrading your mind. You are trying to understand things. And above all, friends, make good company. Company matters. The people you sit in, the people you talk to, the people you make loud statements with, they don't give you anything. You have to make friends who can add value, who do not delete your value, who are smarter than you, who can teach you something, and be open to learning without ego. Your ego has to be dropped. You may be a cat's whisker in a particular field, but there may be others who are bigger cat's whiskers than you in their field. This is where our minds have to open. We need to learn. Well, make good choices, informed choices, make good friends, diversify, learn new laws which are collateral to what you do, that is commercial laws, and sky is the limit. At DGST Group, I guarantee you the things that are in pipeline, they would be unheard for any group. For example, we are doing a research study on European VAT and learning its interplay with Indian GST. We are in the process of studying all the 4 labor codes, and we shall have full day session. Teach which are the areas of practice, which are the areas of upgrading your knowledge in labor laws. We are going to come up with an arbitration committee very soon after these two things are over, so that the study is ongoing process at the GST Group. Come, join us, and let's see how we shape our professional future together and carefully. God bless you.